Hi, Stay Focused parents.
Hi, Stay Focused parents. What you got to say, Haley?
Hi, Focused parents.
Hi, Focused parents.
And look all of those books.
Look at all these books. Do you know where we are?
At the bookshop.
We're at the Queen's Bookshop, better known as the Q and Willow Bookshop. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
We're going live with the first day of the 5-day Get Involved Challenge, which is focusing on our book, The Ultimate Parent Involvement Planner. And we're here at the Q and Willow Bookstop, ready to give you tip number 1 for day 1 of the Get Involved Challenge. So, homework is a challenge, right? We do homework with our kids. We want to make sure that our kids are successful when they do homework. And at times, what happens is we end up getting frustrated, our children end up getting frustrated, and homework becomes this chore and this burden that none of us enjoy. So how do we fix that? That's what the focus of our 5-day challenge is for this week. So I'll be here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You're blocking the book.
I'm blocking the book. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be here at the Q and Willow bookstore, and we'll be talking about different ways that we can make homework time with our children easier. So, today's focus is setting the mood. How do we set the mood to help our children be successful when they're doing their homework and to kind of de-escalate the stress that usually comes with it? Let's get started. Ready?
Mommy can't see my face.
Oh, you gotta back up. Setting the mood. So, the first thing I want to suggest is do not create the environment of rush and hurry when you tell your child to pull their books out and start doing their homework. When you say it like that, come on, let's get started, let's finish your homework so we can have dinner. Let's start your homework so we can have dinner. It's almost time for dinner, you gotta get started.
Me?
That automatically, think about how you feel if your boss hits you with the rush tone, right? Automatically your mind goes into overdrive, you start rushing, you feel yourself getting sweaty, and your body prepares for... Sophia, don't mess with your sister. We're going to talk about that tone too. Your body prepares for like a battle zone. Automatic. So, when it's time for your child to start their homework, hit them with a more calm environment. In fact, if you're too close to dinner time, you may want to push homework time a little earlier or wait until after. The point of this is time affects mood. If you're feeling rushed and harried, if you as a parent are feeling rushed and harried, or you're making your child feel rushed and harried, they're going to come into this homework time with that mindset and with that mood and with those rushed and harried feelings. If you were at work and your boss said, dude, we've got a deadline, hurry up, you've got like 10 minutes to finish that assignment I gave you a week ago, you would go into rush mode, your brain would get harried, your thoughts would scramble, because now you're not focused on doing your best, you're focused on finishing on time. So, to set the mood, try something like this. You know what time it is, bud. It's time to get started with your homework. Why don't we put all your books out and lay everything out nice and neat, and then we'll pick the homework you want to do first, okay? Lay everything out nice and neat. So if you notice, my tone is different, right? My voice dropped a little lower, which creates a more calming environment. And also, I didn't talk about time at all, except for saying that it's time to do homework. That does not put a limit on how long your child is going to do the homework. It doesn't tell them that there's a deadline for it. Even though you may have one in your mind set, and your child may be aware that dinner's coming, we don't have to mention it when we're starting the homework process. If that sounds plausible, if that sounds like it makes sense, I want you to hit the number 1. Comment the number 1. If you realize that sometimes you do start the homework process with that rushed and harried tone, come on, get started, and would like to try this approach of the calm, hey bud, it's homework time, let's get all of our books laid out and we can pick our first assignment. Hit the number 1 if you would like to try that approach. Sophia. Thank you.
What?
The second tip for today, and then we're going to zoom on out, in terms of setting the mood, is your actual tone of voice while your child is doing homework. One thing that a very popular therapist in the neighborhood has always told me is that we always do better with our children when, 1, we kind of imagine they're not our children. And two, we set consequences before things happen. In our minds, if we have a consequence in play, we're not going to lose our temper as easily because we know we have a backup plan. We know we have a fallback plan. So when it gets time to put the pressure on your child and you know that time is coming, try to think ahead of some consequences that you can express to your child that will prevent you from yelling. So for example, a natural consequence of not finishing your homework on time is your teacher is going to have to lower your grade. So instead of, come on, hurry up and finish this homework so we can eat dinner, here's how you can approach it. Bud, you've got 5 more questions and it is almost time for dinner. If you are unable to finish these 5 questions, your teacher is going to have to lower your homework grade. And I know how much you want to get a perfect check plus on this homework. So I need you to please focus on these last 5 problems and we can get through it and then you can get a good homework score and we can go ahead and have dinner. If you notice, the consequence prevents me from yelling. And plus, I'm not in the situation right now, right? But having that natural consequence as a reference for you and your child will prevent you from losing your temper, because it's not about how you're feeling, it's not about how your child is feeling, it's about what are the results that are going to happen if you don't finish all of your homework problems. So we want to rely on natural consequences when it comes to homework time. That also helps with setting the mood, which is the focus of our live today. And as you can see, Sophia's flapping book marks all over the place. And see, I'm at this point kind of pretending like she's not my child. So it's preventing me from trying to control her behavior, because this is a natural child thing to do, right? So when it comes to doing homework, setting the mood also involves us changing our mindset and our thoughts on controlling our child's behavior while they're doing homework. The natural consequence is, if they don't finish, their score is going to be lower. Sometimes we might have to let our child deal with that natural consequence so that the next time they start getting they're getting slower with homework, they're getting frustrated with homework, they know what's going to happen and they will get themselves motivated to finish. But when you put that in your mind, this is not my child right now, this is homework's child, let's pretend homework had this child. I'm going to make sure that I speak to this child the way I would speak to someone else's child. That keeps your tone of voice, your emotions, and your interactions with your child while they're doing homework in check. So, as I said before, today was talking about setting the mood. The 3 pointers we mentioned were, I'll go backwards, pretending it's not your child so that you can make sure your mood and your reactions and your emotions are not affecting how your child is able to complete the homework, right? We wouldn't yell at someone else's child, but when it's our own and we're worried about them finishing what they have to do because we're invested in their futures, we're going to have more of an emotional response, right? Tip number 2, right? Before we realize that this is not our child, we want to make sure that we have a natural consequence in mind that we can remind our child of. And the natural consequence with homework is the natural consequence of not doing homework is that your grade is going to be lower, right? So use that natural consequence to prevent you from getting upset, but also to remove you from being the nag and focusing on time too much, okay? And the first tip and pointer is, when you introduce homework, make sure that you're not introducing it in a hurry up, let's get started, let's get finished way. We want to make sure that we introduce homework in a calm way. So for example, once again, hey bud, guess what? It's 4 o'clock, it's homework time. Do you want to pull out all your books and lay them out, and then let's pick the homework you want to do first, okay? So, set the mood for homework. We as adults want to be, I remember learning this in college, we want to be the thermometer. No, we want to be the thermostat, not the thermometer when it comes to how we interact with our children and their schoolwork. That's one thing we learn as teachers. When you're a thermostat, you control the temperature in the room. When you're a thermometer, the temperature controls you. So you're a thermostat when it comes to your child's homework, when you can control the mood, when you can control the emotions. And you're a thermometer when your child or the homework does so. Thank you for tuning in to this live event. If you catch the replay, I hope you enjoy it. Please leave any comments and thoughts that you have. I actually have some comments already. Anxiously waiting for math test results. Yeah.
And stay focused.
Stay focused and stay focused, right? So, tips and advice come from the Ultimate Parent Involvement Planner. Hi, Sandy. Tell your mom hi. Hi, Jessie. Wave, say hi.
Hi, Jessie.
All right. Stay focused, parents. And once again, Sunday, March 18th at 6 p.m., I will be here for a live book event at Q and Willow Books. And I hope to see each and every one of you there. Come meet me. We're going to have a huge homework chat and debate and discussion where you as parents get to ask me any and everything you want that's homework related so that you can go home feeling powerful about how you help your child. Stay focused, parents. And this is the only place you could pick up a physical copy of the Ultimate Parent Involvement Planner. Or you can find it on Amazon, but I like touching and feeling my books before I buy them. That's why I love Q and Willow Books. Have a good day and
stay focused.
Stay focused. See you later, guys. See you tomorrow.
And stay focused.
And stay focused.